Oh, hi, I'm Michael Day. I'm here to teach you about some snare drum. And we're going to talk about the proper height, first of all, of the snare drum and positioning of the snare drum. You want to have the snare drum as flat as possible because that makes the bounce nice and even. And about at your belt level, where the top of your pants are, is usually pretty good. If it's too low, then you end up bending over and you end up turning your hands a little too far. And if it's too high, then it's really bad for your shoulder. Traditionally, drums, when they were over the shoulder, were at about a 45-degree angle, and so for that, they used a lot of time. They used a traditional grip. So the right hand plays normal, and the left hand is held at a unique way on the left-hand side. Nowadays, we play a match grip, so both hands match each other, and play it on a flat surface. The traditional grip is sometimes used by jazz drummers now, as well as in marching bands. And the main purpose for that, for marching bands, is it has some nice cool effects with the left hand, with the back stickings, which you flip it over like that, as well as any kind of stick turns and twirls and all that stuff that the marching bands use for visuals. In jazz drumming, a lot of jazz drummers use it when they're playing the drum set, and they're what they call comping on the left hand with very quiet hits. It kind of keeps the left hand out of the way as they're playing the drum set, versus if they were using a matched grip, it puts their hand a little bit closer into the action of what's going on around it. I use almost matched grip for almost all of the classical and band literature that I end up playing. For matched grip, you want to hold the stick with your thumb on the inside, and then the pointer finger wrapped around the outside, and then your middle finger, and then the other two fingers underneath. This gives you the best bounce when you are rolling and when you're trying to work on the full stroke. You want to make sure there's enough space up there on top of the stick that the stick will be able to bounce. If you end up putting your finger on top or your thumb on top, that stops the stick from being able to bounce upward properly. So you want to make sure that it's open there. The stick may fall out of your hands a couple times if you're not holding it on correctly, but that's part of the learning process. In the traditional method, your thumb is going over the back, you're actually choking up a little bit on the stick, and then the stick is resting on your ring finger with your pointer and middle finger on top of it. And the action of playing for this one is a twisting of your entire arm. So it's not so much wrist action as in the match grip, but it's in a twisting manner. And it makes it much different than most other kind of percussion playing. But for matched, it's exactly what it sounds. Both hands should match each other exactly, and that way the technique is pretty precise between the two. I suggest playing matched grip for everything.